Hello, my very dear Pisces. The image that I get for you as I start doing the reading is you're a fish. Of course. You're beautiful silver. And you are, you are coming up out of the water. And as you're coming up out of the water, pardon me, it's literally like I see you going like this, and you're smoothing down the scales, and there's sun and it's shining on you, and it's, if you had a tie, you'd be straightening it. So I was asking Spirit, what's the point? What does that mean? And what they were saying to me is that you have been swimming around in emotion for a long time. Of course, water. You've been swimming around in the emotions. And sometimes within that, it's taken you to different locations, different levels of your personal awareness and your awareness of being connected to Spirit and the presence of Spirit, period. And you've traveled. It's like you've traveled all over. You've had lots of experiences. And now you've come to a point where you are standing up there and you are going to present yourself to the world. This is who I really am. This is me. Finally, I've done enough research. I've done enough swimming around in emotion to be able to say, this is me. Now, whether you're actually saying it to any particular world, whether or not you actually have in life a microphone or an audience to present to, this represents your presenting yourself to the world, the face that you will show to the world, the identity that you have landed on as who you are, that you are prepared to share with the world in whatever way. Now, what they're also saying to me, however, what they're saying to me is, Pisces, that you have a very real ability to know that there is something bigger than you, to understand that there is a mystical world, a metaphysical reality to life that goes beyond personality. But that sometimes there is a bit of a disconnect between your knowing of that and your expression of that through your personality. It's like almost like as though, yes, I know, and now it's me. As opposed to, yes, I know, and it's me. It's part of me. It's what fuels me. It's what takes me into my world. Now, it's what shines through me or flows through me. So what does that mean in terms of how you live your life and how you experience the world? It can mean that you can be, okay, first of all, October 13th, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, or a lot of Pisces in your chart, or won't be for everybody, and it won't be necessarily now. It's whenever it resonates. But I feel like this is actually, I'm getting this with a lot of the readings, excuse me, is that this is more than just about a situation. I feel like this is about a general way of being and a general way of having lived. This is the point in time when you get to be able to really start integrating what you've learned at an emotional level, at a psychological level, through your relationships specifically, I'm hearing, and through your abilities, through what your abilities are, whether it's things that you have studied or gifts, abilities that you have that you've come naturally by. This is where you get to integrate the reality of your spiritual essence with your personality and with those things, rather having that break where you know, it's like, thank you. You are now in a process where you're learning to be able to experience the divine, where you are able to experience Spirit in an imminent way through you, with you, rather than beyond you, something that you pray up to. It's now something that you're starting to be able to integrate as a part of your actual day-to-day experience in life. Now, I realize that could sound a little weird to some of you, and it won't necessarily be all the time, because to be in that state and to be still carrying on regular life, well, that can be awkward. It can be awkward in that as long as we're in bodies, we're learning. And as long as we're learning, we're going to be coming into situations that challenge us. That's part of life. And so we can come into these things that challenge us and have a very unfortunate human reaction. Unfortunate in terms of it might be an angry reaction, or it might be totally inappropriate to something. And then we can get into just like fall into our ego personality and shame and forget that we are more, and forget that this is part of the learning. But this is what the learning is, my lovely Pisces, is that you are learning now to be able to bring that awareness into what you do, rather than know it's there, trust that it's part of it, and then move into working with things through strictly your personality. You're being asked to please remember that whatever is going on, whatever you think you know, there is more going on than just you. That is the divine, and it's happening through you. And that you, by breathing, by staying in touch with your body, by slowing things down. And breath to me, it's like, what is breath? Breath is energy. Breath is connection. Breath carries with it the prana, the chi, the energy that illuminates us, the energy of the divine. It's part of how we stay in contact with the reality of life. The without breath, there is no life. And what is life? Life is spirit. Life is the divine. So, at the risk of sounding all highfalutin, you're also being asked to discipline yourself in terms of how you look at this, in terms of making choices to regulate the behavior, like possibly breathing exercises, to maintain that sense of connection, that whatever you are doing, wherever you are going, there is more than just you. Now, it can sometimes feel, because of the emotions, it can sometimes feel as though there is a lot going on, and that it can feel more than you can handle, that it can actually kind of create a sense of hopelessness. But hopelessness is usually a sign that you've lost connection to your sense of personal power. So how do you do that? You go back into understanding that if you're experiencing hopelessness, it's probably an old energy that's coming up. And if it's an old energy coming up, you get to look at that and say, where is spirit not living in this? And how can I bring spirit into that? Now, this may sound a little strange. Whatever situation that we've had that we're dealing with, that goes on, that we're working with. So, for example, you might have had a disagreement with a friend. And it's feeling heavy. You don't necessarily know why, but it's created this sense of apathy or hopelessness because of whatever emotion it's bringing up for you. You might be able to trace that back to another event, maybe several other events where there was a similar theme or similar kind of ending. You might track all the way back to something in your childhood, or not. But either way, you can intervene at any one step, and you can use your breath to say, I'm going to breathe life into this contracted emotion. I'm going to breathe life. I'm going to breathe energy into this feeling, into this memory, and I'm going to let it move. Because whatever memory, whatever feeling is coming up, that's an energy. It wants to move. And energy by its nature has momentum. As long as we don't contract in around it or make it grandiose and spectacular, it's like, oh, it's so dramatic. Breathe around it. If you wish to use this as a way to be able to integrate spirit through your experiences, this is one of the perfect key ways to do it at a really simple level. And of course, if you're dealing with a lot of deep trauma that this is anchored in, you might want to get help. You might need to get help to work with it, to work through it, to do it gradually. And you might want to do it as part of shadow work or inner child work, and use your breath to help you stay in touch with it at the pace that's good for you. Now, I am going to just pull a couple of more cards because I just realized my battery is running out on my phone, and I don't want to lose this reading. So, Pisces, I'm going back, thank you, I'm going back to the image of the water, because what they're showing me now is you. And now you're not just a fish, you're a big fish. You are a big, beautiful, strong fish, and you're no longer even worrying about standing up and smoothing down your fins, because now you're a shark. Now, I happen to really like sharks. And this is not a mean shark. This is not a Jaws kind of shark. This is just a shark that is able to swim the ocean, go anywhere they want. So this is you being able to look at any situation. You can always come up for air. And you're looking and you're looking, and what I'm seeing you is you are there. You are in front of a beautiful, beautiful coral reef with many colors in it, and you're able to experience the beauty of it. So I'm looking at this as the beauty of emotion, and the last card that you get is pain. Now, why is this important, and why am I happy that you get this as a last card? It's because it's telling you there's nothing noble in pain. You are free now. Whatever has held you feeling as though nothing was valuable unless it hurt, it's not the case. You are free to experience joy. You are free to start seeing the world with new eyes and experiencing emotion, experience the beauty of emotions rather than what some of you have experienced, which is a lot of pain with emotion, a lot of disturbance. This is what you're getting to let go of, my very dears, and that's because you're allowing that sense of the divine through you. It's cleansing and it's healing, and you're being told, lean into grace in order to move out of pain. Grace is a smooth, easy, peaceful, and supportive quality. It flows naturally into us and through us. It's an experience of letting the benevolent universe take us through our movements and guide us with a loving hand. Notice the feeling quality of this description and return to it today, every time you're about to do or think about anything, or at any point in the day when you find yourself feeling stressed and thinking too much. Notice the feeling quality. Experience of letting the benevolent universe take us through our movements and guide us with a loving hand. That is for you, my very dear Pisces. Please take care of yourselves.